morning. This is usually one of my Sunday morning worship sermons. I usually start off with one of my Sunday morning hymns, like, there's a creak in this old building. I gotta move. I got to move. I got to move. Y'all know about that? Just, what else I need? Okay, that's the only one I know right now. But anyway, good morning. You already at your Sunday morning service? Let's put your earpiece in. It's a conversation I want to have with you. And if you haven't noticed, y'all see my t-shirt? I'm cool with Kanye. Because t-shirts seem to be throwing us off. When we see people wearing particular t-shirts, I say particular ones, they seem to throw you off from the actual message. So I hope me wearing my Kanye t-shirt that I made probably about 4 years ago. I hope that doesn't throw you off too tough. Because I have another one in the making. I need to update it that says, I'm still cool with Kanye. I don't understand what the problem is. Based on when you look at everything holistically and then totally, I don't understand how Kanye gets all these vitriolic responses from the black community. And I'm gonna get to it in a minute. But it's just the strangest thing to see. Kanye West, and y'all been following this cat since the beginning, since College Dropout and all of that. And I'm still waiting to hear him advocate advocate violence and murder and ratchetness to our race. His comments that he make, they don't move us in a negative direction. But there's a lot of people out here, tons of folks, who are celebrated for talking about ratchetness, murder, and violence against the black race. And yet, Kanye is the problem. I just find that to be amazing, black America. And all of a sudden, because his opinion is different than yours, it's all of a sudden he has a mental illness. He has mental illness. You have all these geniuses out here to say, well, ever since his mother died, he hasn't properly grieved his mother's death. Be that as it may. I don't know where all these PhD psychologists come from, but y'all are really funny. I'm in the mental health field. Done assessments and shit. I've heard more non-licensed, non-experienced therapists and counselors, just pseudo counselors and therapists trying to diagnose his behavior. But y'all never ever have a diagnosis for Moneybagg Yo, for Pooh Shiesty, NBA Youngboy, Cardi B, Glorilla now. Y'all never have any mental health diagnosis for why these black rappers do and say what they do. Y'all never have a mental health diagnosis for Lizzo, Beyonce. You never have a diagnosis for the people who are not really that positive for our race. But y'all got all this therapeutic smoke for Kanye. It's the weirdest thing. A billionaire. Black man becomes a billionaire, all of a sudden he's mentally ill. Because he says something you don't like. Because of a t-shirt. So therefore you ignore the message. And then we get in, and then so what he's done is do what y'all say. You say, hey, when you do certain things, you got to get their attention. So y'all don't think him wearing that White Lives Matter t-shirt was to get black America's attention? So y'all just look past all of our own gimmicks that we use every day to survive or to get attention to whatever business we're trying to promote. We look past all of that when it comes to Kanye. Now you would say that, hey, I think he does really believe that white lives matter. because he got a white wife and non-black kids. And we certainly gonna understand or believe that Candace Owens believes that white lives matter, because she got a white husband and mixed kids. If we're gonna go by that, I'm just saying, all the people that you like, Tamron Hall got a white husband and non-black kid. Serena Williams got a white husband and non-black kid. Janet Jackson, white husband, non-black kid. Tika Sumpter, all Whoopi Goldberg, they all got white men and non-black children. But somehow, when Kanye says white lives matter, y'all take it to heart. When he says it, please, y'all, stop making me seem like the smartest dude in the room. It's the craziest shit. Everybody else that's married or got everybody else, all the black women, Eve got a white man had a non-black baby. So y'all don't think those people, those Negroes don't think white lives matter? They proved it. It's the way y'all accuse Kanye. They proved it by marrying a non-black and having non-black children. So do you think that the half of their children, that white side of their kids, don't matter? I'm just saying, use some common sense. Stop letting CNN, stop letting black boulets and black bourgeoisie tell y'all how to think. It's the weirdest thing. All these other black folks that got white husbands and non-black kids who are celebrities, y'all okay with them. Now, they may not say it on a t-shirt, but they prove it to you. I guess just the way you think Kanye done it, right? It's so easy. It's so easy, man. We're going to have to stop being this damn easy and gullible. Because now, all the black media, black talk, black hip-hop radio, black blogs, Madame Noir, Essence, all of them, all of the ones that got the big platform, Shade Room, nobody wants to sit down and have an intelligent interview with Kanye West. Really, y'all just rather talk about him. Oh, fat ass, fuck ass, Roland Martin. He want to call him crazy ass Kanye. Really, he's a hater. Roland is just a hater. But you want to call him those names. And again, let me show my t-shirt again, because I don't want none of this truth. I don't want y'all to be distracted from this truth that I got on this t-shirt. That seems to distract you. So, all the people that y'all like. And shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown coined the phrase, is all about who you like. And we do act like that as black folks. If it's somebody black we don't like, we don't even care if they're telling the truth. That's how I know, should there be a Jesus to return, millions and millions of black people are going to miss him. Because he's not going to look like you're mixed biracial people that you're in love with. Jesus is going to look like Don Cheadle. Y'all going to look right past him. He ain't going to look and sound like Barack Obama. I know black folks, I'm sorry to tell y'all that. He going to look like Don Cheadle. He going to look like me. And he going to talk like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad. Rest in power, brother. If he comes back as a woman, he probably come back looking exactly like Whoopi Goldberg. So that ain't going to help black women in black America either. Y'all know y'all like them mixed and light-skinned chicks. Y'all want your savior, want everybody to be as close as white as you can get. Got it? While y'all worshiping this morning? And so, it's just interesting that all the black media had nothing to say to him while he's alive, Kanye. Same way, y'all, isn't it interesting how that's how black men and black women who have an alternative view, actually that's helping black folks, but due to the fact of what their political affiliations are, or in y'all case, who they're married to, it just boggles the mind. Reminds me of how black America, how black media treated Kevin Samuels. Not one morning black morning show, not one morning hip-hop show, not one Bounce, TV One, BET. None of them had Kevin Samuels on for an appropriate interview. He had to go around to these alternative spots to be heard, I guess, on a mainstream. Now, I'm not saying NBC, CBS, ABC, none of them interviewed him. He had to go to crap like, well, he volunteered to go to crap like Vlad and all that stuff. Go around the white platforms so he can try to be heard by the black community. Luckily, his platform was bigger than all of the so-called black mainstream platform. That's why they was such haters of Kevin Samuels. It was weird. And so Kanye West has done what's called an astronomical interview with Tucker Carlson. That white man ain't shit. On Fox News. And I wonder how many of you have put your ego and your pride aside to watch him on there, since our black media won't have him on, not to grill him, but to let him just share what's going on. That was an excellent interview with Tucker Carlson. Yeah, and we understand. Look, I hear you. Fox News don't give a damn about what's going on with black folks. However, don't we always say it doesn't matter who the messenger is, as long as you understand the message? So we're going to have to cut that out. You know, I don't want to see that. I want to hear it from them. I hear the truth from whoever's speaking it. I ain't got to deal with the messenger. But if the message is something that's going to move me forward, shit, I'll take it. I ain't got to take it all. I'll take, they just say, eat the meat and spit out the bones kind of deal. But the moment y'all heard that Kanye was on Fox News, all of a sudden, there you go. He going to run to white folks. He didn't run to them. They invited him. So how many black formatted media sources are inviting Kanye to come on without calling him crazy ass and being insulting? But you know, he might be smart not to go on none of these black shows, because these black media heads are controlled by white media heads. They're going to be given questions to ask him that have nothing to do with what his message is. Their job is to make him look foolish, and he's probably doing the right thing. If any of them have reached out to him, I don't know. I doubt it. I know how petty black American can be when it comes to not wanting to hear the truth. And they hated that he can't be canceled. Hell, a lot of white folks hate that he can't be canceled. But I know in my community, in my race in America, you hate that he can't be canceled. And that's what I love about it. He can say what he want to say, you can't cancel him. You can't cancel a billionaire. And we're going to have to give him his props for being a billionaire. If he's one of these old funk-ass, old ratchet rappers, man, he a billionaire. Well, look at all the dead bodies he left behind. You know, one of these old funk-ass, crooked black preachers, man, that man a billionaire. But Kanye can't be given the same acknowledgement of being a billionaire, huh? Because he says things that we don't like. And usually when I say, what is it black people don't like when you say stuff to them? Oh, the truth. Oh, something about accountability. And it's always been it's almost like it's kryptonite to Superman. And it's a good interview. Get over yourselves and go on YouTube or whatever you get your streaming and look at the interview. He got part 1 and part 2. Very, very good. I ain't hear nothing crazy coming out this articulate man's mouth, because I wasn't looking for crazy. I was listening for information. Not just because I'm a Kanye fan, so whoever it is. You know, why did he have to go to that platform when he's talking about, and a lot of his stuff is talking about the preservation of black people. Talking about abortion. Talking about how they, he even talked about how they're using Lizzo. They're trying to make her stay fat. I told y'all that woman is being paid to be this clown. Paid to be this. I said it over and over because we've always said that woman is talented. She's pretty. She can play the flute. She can play instruments. So why is she almost seemingly volunteering to be a clown? Well, he broke something down on that too. So, y'all gonna let the White Lives Matter t-shirt throw y'all off. And let me give y'all something about that White Lives Matter. See, that White Lives Matter is it's the same level of disrespect and combativeness as the All Lives Matter slogan. Because we know why Black Lives Matter thing, and I can't stand that funk ass organization either, so I'm not giving them any credence. But the idea of Black Lives Matter, right? The idea is, we've been saying this since the creation of the Constitution. Damn, Black Lives Matter. Even during Jim Crow, slavery, after slavery, Jim Crow, Black Lives Matter. Because the way America's treated and continues to treat black bodies like how black lives don't matter. But however, black lives need to also matter to black people. That's the new t-shirt that needs to go around. Black lives need to matter to black people. Because we can continue to lean on racism. We can continue to lean, and that's fact, systematic racism, but I've always been a believer. The system is what it is, unless you're going to get a tank, some missiles, some spies, and all that to try to topple it down, because a lot of death's going to have to happen if you're going to try to truly end systematic racism. But if you're not going to do that, your behavior can still change under racism. We don't have to give them what they've trained you to do. You don't have to send your kids to these old funk-ass public schools. You don't have to just, whenever you get mad at somebody that's black, it has to end in murder or some type of other inconvenience of their life. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to. So this hatred, we don't have to take each other out when we constantly saying that, they trying to kill us. These white racists don't like black people. All right, if you believe that, you would think you'd be more sensitive when it comes to another black life, huh? So let's know all those chants and stuff, that's a bunch of hogwash, a bunch of foolishness, because we don't believe it. Because we believe that our ghettos would have so many murders there. I don't give a damn if the police are dropping guns off. I don't give a damn if they drop some more crack or heroin or whatever in the black neighborhood. If Black Lives Matter to us, it would be a difference. But we don't. So y'all see what I'm saying? So him wearing that shirt shouldn't trigger you like that. We already know that white lives has mattered since they wrote the goddamn United States Constitution. It was about white lives mattering over all lives. Y'all understand? So we just gonna throw this valuable human being like Kanye out because of a t-shirt he wore in Fashion Week. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Because we don't pay attention. We so busy reacting to stuff, we don't pay attention. Y'all notice all these black celebrities, from Diddy to Diddy of all people. Who cares what Puff Daddy? He's just an opportunist anyway. But all the black celebrities come out making, call himself doing hit pieces on Kanye. Kanye can care less about those peons, but I just need y'all to pay attention. All the little black celebrities, black famous people that's coming out at Kanye, go home with them. You're going to see a white woman, a white man, and some non-black kids at their house. So white lives matter to their ass too. They just didn't put it on a t-shirt. So what y'all say is not about what a person says, it's what they do. When I was a little kid, and I always watched a lot of television. I've always watched celebrity stuff. So if you want to talk about a veteran of those television magazine shows like Entertainment Tonight, I used to watch that when I was like 8, 9 years old, 10, 11. Then it came up with Showbiz Today and Extra, all those shows that show celebrities. And even as a little kid, even as a teenager, I would check out the black celebrities who I was a fan of, right? They were walking down the red carpet and stuff like that. But you know what I'd be paying attention to? Who they're walking down the red carpet with. Then number 2, when they do a lifestyles of the rich and famous, with that guy, the opulence, the luxurious, that guy. I would also see who lived in the house with them. And that's how I knew which celebrities I was going to support or not. Because see, if you're really about black folks, you're really about black folks. And so, when I see one of my favorite female actresses walking on red carpet, okay, then I go to her home and see that white man, that's okay. I'm not a fan of hers anymore. If I saw my favorite male actor, that's okay. I'm not a fan of his anymore. Because, see, my thing, you for black folks, you for black folks. You know how the standard y'all try to hold Kanye? But I'm trying to see, when has Kanye ever been, anti-black folks? I don't understand it, because whenever he gets on those white platforms, he talks about something that benefits black people. But then these other people that y'all like always say some ratchet things that got your children dropping out of school, getting tattoos, getting pregnant early, committing murders, just turning into thugs and ratchets, twerking on the pole. None of that. It's the weirdest thing. So, man, look, Kanye is not a problem, but hold on a minute, y'all. Because I'm sure y'all being distracted. Y'all probably don't hear me what I'm saying. Because I have on this shirt. So let me give y'all, let me, what can I get real quick? But I want y'all no longer be distracted by this t-shirt I'm wearing. So I want y'all to be able to hear me. I want y'all to hear me. Because I want us to not be distracted by t-shirts. So hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me take this t-shirt out. I know it's distracting, so wait a minute. Let me put this right here, y'all. Y'all just enjoy the view. Wait a minute. What's up? Hold on. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. Ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. Ba, 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 ba. See, I took it off. Y'all don't like this, so let me I want y'all to be distracted. I want y'all not I don't want y'all to miss my message. Ba da ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da doo doo ba da ba 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 da ba da dee dee. Da 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 da. Da 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 ba 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 da da boo doo. Da da boo doo. Bam. Okay. That a little better? How's that? How many of y'all? So y'all gonna be distracted by this one either, right? Okay. So y'all remember this shirt? I bought this, I made this shirt in 2016. It says, Trump, I don't have anything to lose. So I hope this t-shirt doesn't distract y'all from my message this morning. Yeah, I know how y'all like to get distracted from the truth, or how y'all like to write people off based on t-shirts now. I guess if the t-shirt doesn't have anything that y'all really approve of, y'all write the person off. So I don't want y'all to be thrown off by my t-shirts, because y'all know I wear t-shirts all the time, all kinds. And so, because that White Lives Matter t-shirt just threw y'all off. All of a sudden now I guess my mental health just oozed out of my ears all of a sudden, huh? Yeah. Y'all want to meet my white girlfriend? I don't have one. I ain't date white women. So, but I know, go ahead with the accusations. Let me tell y'all something about this, how my message, when I first put this shirt on in 2016, I was telling the folks, hey, I guess it was a shock. I said, hey, I went out and voted today. You go out and vote your conscience. You go out and vote who you want to. I got like 8,000 views and about 1,500 messages of, all of a sudden I'm a sellout. Coon. You gonna die with that stupid son of a bee. Now, these are people who I've known for years. I've known for years. From college and even from, I think even not back home, I don't think. People I've known for years. They saw me put this shirt on in 2016. All of a sudden, all the accolades, all of the cool points, everything, they thought I was intelligent, all went out the window because of a t-shirt. And who and their belief that we're all supposed to be Democrats because we're black. The stupid shit. And we see every day in our neighborhoods. I'll challenge any one of you, to go. I know a lot of people on my page, there's a lot of folks who are over 40 and they live in the suburbs. They make a lot of money. So they don't live in these ghettos. But I want you to go back to the neighborhood where your grandmother, your mom still lives, and go and find out who the representative is. I guarantee you it's a Democrat. I guarantee you. And that beautiful suburb you live in, it's a Republican. Could be a Trump Republican. But all you know is, look, we don't have that much crime going on. The houses are nice. What else? What else you got going on? We got the nice school system. We got all of this. Let's see. We have what else? We got nice schools, nice neighbors. Yeah, usually got a Republican representative. And so this was done, and I haven't worn this since 2016, but I thought today, just to make a point with this, because I'm an independent. I'm one of those, I guess, one of those many persons who believe that, you vote for whatever your interests are. And as a heterosexual, masculine black man, I guess with no children, The Democratic Party does not represent any of my interests. I learned from observation over the past 15 years, 12 years or so, well, from 2008 to 2016, I realized that the main issue with the Democratic Party, our main people that they're concerned about are single black mothers, gays, illegal immigrants, Jews, Hispanic, and Asians. They have nothing. They have no interest whatsoever in heterosexual, masculine black men. And so when I learned that, I said, okay, let me move on to some independent candidates or other candidates. Hold on. Good morning, Kev. What you say, bro? You say, fuck them. Fuck them. See, please believe my friendship is always going to be the same with you no matter what. Right on, my man. But, we have to be allowed to have the space to have difference of opinions and not fall out. But, and I can say this, Kevin, my friends did not forsake me. It was just a bunch of associates and acquaintances. So I wasn't messed up by it. But I was surprised by all the vitriol I received. 8,000 views counting and a bunch of about 1,500 comments. One of them like, I'm not surprised. Yeah, you're going to go down with that cracker. I mean, just ugly things. Ugly. Now, these are people I'm supposed to know. But then I realized, Rico, you know who your friends are. And it's not that many. All those people that were commenting, they weren't your friends in the first place. So it's cool. But I want all of them to know I remember all their names. And I'm not going to act stupid with them or anything. I just let them know, hey. Or let you know that I know what you said on that post in 2016, November 5th. And the post is still there. If you can go and find it. The posted video is still on that page, Rico the Opinionist. And read some of those comments. Horrible. Yep. They act like I was the one who... I act like I was standing next to Judas when we discussed turning on Jesus. So, anyway, we're gonna have to get our minds together and start thinking more strategically as a community in this country, because we're gonna keep losing all these different groups and then throwing away the wrong people. We don't never have any smoke for the people who are actually hurting our race. Like the drug dealers, the gangbangers, they're hurting our race. Single motherhood is actually hurting our race, not Kanye. Not those black folks. Let me tell you something else. The black men and women, because they always attack the men, but they don't ever seem to know that there was also women who voted in that, in the 17% that voted for Trump in his last election. 17%. But Maxine Waters thought it was okay to use her world platform to attack black men. But you look at the numbers, there's also about 6% of black women who also left the Democratic plantation. And I'm hoping that it gets up to at least, in 2024, I hope it gets up to at least 40% of blacks going over to independents or to Trump. Because I want the Democratic Party to go down. But in order for that to happen, I need more black men to continue to leave that dumbass party. You don't have to go Republican. You can vote for whoever you want to. But I just want black men to understand that we're not owned by anybody. And like our minds are not owned by anybody. See, if Kanye West was a famous black female, they wouldn't be this rough on her. The only reason they're rough on Candace Owens is because she is a Because if anything, Candace Owens, I don't agree with everything she says. Who agrees with everything that anyone says, right? They're stupid. But she makes a lot of points. Let me tell y'all something. See, we already established that, shout out to Kwame Brown, it's all about who you like. You don't care if you like them, if they are married to white folks and got non-black kids at home. Or biracial or non-black kids at home. You don't care. As long as they're a Democrat, as long as they're part of your sorority, your fraternity, you cool with it. Let it be Candace or Kanye. Oh, no. They Republicans. Stupid. There are some black conservatives who ain't worth a damn. And I wish Larry Elders would shut the fuck. But there are some black conservatives who are just like, look, we're going to do this thing on our own. We don't need these folks' help. We're going to do us. The same stuff that Marcus Garvey talked about. Do for self. Malcolm X, do for self. Malcolm X, if he were alive today, he'll still be telling black folks, do for self. And y'all will probably get on him. At 85 years old, man, you sit your old ass down. You don't know what you talking about. Same thing, everybody sweaty like Dr. King, but Dr. King is moving more over to Malcolm X's philosophy towards the end. That's why he was murdered by his, that's why he was murdered, I'll say that. And his so-called friends, religious and Greek friends, all were co-conspirators in his murder. But long as you can, I guess, say what you want to say, as long as you don't identify as a Republican or appearance of a Republican or a conservative. And we don't understand that we were the first conservative. You know what the first conservative in the black community was? Your grandmother, your grandfather. When they say stuff like, young ladies should always wear stockings. Young ladies should always wear stockings. And young ladies, you should not be out. There's nothing open after midnight except for you know what. And young men and the old grandfathers would say young men are supposed to behave this way. Be hunter, gatherers, providers, protectors, and young men carry them. So those are conservative views. God and family. But the Democratic Party doesn't have those views. Woman and children. 2 gays adopting children. All this kind of mess. They don't care about any of that. Open up the borders. Because we know you open up the borders, you know who get impacted the most? Black people. Black Americans. Because you've been replaced. Dr. Claude Anderson been trying to tell us. So we're talking about political views. And some of those conservative views, a lot of those conservative views can actually help us. Because we think it in private, but we just don't want nobody to hear us say it. That's weird. So they want to label you. If you're not a Democrat, first thing they label you must be a Trump supporter. You must be a Biden supporter. He told you weren't black. You still voted for this motherfucker. He put a 94 crime bill that locked up a generation of black boys and black men. You ignored that. He told you poor kids are just as smart as white kids. But you still, so I can't take the black community serious. Even when y'all call yourselves going at Kanye, I can't take you serious. You got a demented old racist in the White House right now, true racist, who's had history, policy of racist, his racist attitude against blacks. But y'all got all this smoke for Kanye. Y'all, come on, man, mature, all right? And I can go on and on, but whenever you talk about Biden, nobody wants to talk about it. I would debate any one of you. Not for free, though, because it's really no debate. Because the information is out there, you just refuse to look at it because you don't want to be proven wrong. You voted for a racist. The same way you say, all y'all that voted for Trump, he a racist. Well, prove it. Where's the policy? See, racism is not only an attitude, but it's a behavior. See, racism, when they put in law to say you can't vote, then they put blockers like you have to pass a reading test in order for you to vote. That's racism. But being accused of saying, I don't want black people in my building, would turn out not to be true. That's not racism. But when he said, I don't care, when you know how the crack got in the black neighborhoods, and you put out a law knowing it's setting up a particular group of people, I don't care how they got there, the situation they're in, they can get help when they're in prison. That's what he said on the Senate floor, Joe Biden. So we got to rise above this foolishness and look at our community. I know I want this shirt to distract y'all from this truth I'm speaking. So I'm going to spare y'all. You know, it doesn't make any sense. A t-shirt. Yeah, we know white lives matter to white folks. And guess what? Yes, I know white people kill each other at a higher rate than anybody. But the thing is, the white media don't report it. My thing is, I don't give a damn. I need us to stop acting like a bunch of mentally wounded soldiers. And stop murdering each other. And stop counting each other out and use these resources that we have that's at our grasp. You know, Kanye's t-shirt wasn't a problem with me because I have intelligence. Because I see exactly what the problem is in our community. That damn White Lives Matter t-shirt, it was just another t-shirt he can sell and make about $500,000 on. I'm trying to come up with a t-shirt I can make some money off of. This shit is just tired. If I can come up with a cool t-shirt, everybody buy it, sell it for $30, make me about $500 grand. And people say, well, All them white folks gonna buy them t-shirts. Good for him. Welcome to America. It's called capitalism. If you can sell it, goddamn it, sell it. That's what's going on. But it depends. You pick and choose who you want to make money or who you want to have money. It don't make no damn sense. We distracted by a t-shirt. We ignore everything the brother says because we tripping about a t-shirt. And these rappers wear all kinds of devil and Illuminati t-shirts, shit all on their shirts and pants and shoes. We don't say a word. That's why I can't take our community seriously. If you want to see the intelligence of Black America, go back to the black neighborhoods. You'll see how really upset they are. Go look at what black folks are celebrating. You're not celebrating our scholars. You're not celebrating our doctors, our engineers, our researchers, our social workers, our professors, our teachers. You're not celebrating them. You're celebrating a bunch of athletes and entertainers who are controlled by the very white folks that y'all think is racist. It's amazing. Oh, yeah, and controlled by religion. Oh, yeah, that was given to enslaved Africans. So, please, mismute the bullshit. Kanye is here to stay. And instead of ignoring the brother, listen to him. Check out that Tucker Carlson interview on the Fox News network. It's on YouTube. Part 1 and Part 2. He says a lot of important things. You don't have to agree with everything anybody says, but what's this attitude that we just form about each other? But soon as the little white girl do a twerk, all of a sudden, man, she with it. Man, that white girl getting it in. Soon as a white boy know how to do a hot stepping on your black band, man, that white boy doing it. We get excited when people culturally appropriate. There's something wrong with the American Negro. I've always said that. If you've been listening to my lives, y'all know I've always said there's something wrong, mentally wrong, with the American Negro. And Carter G. Woodson tried to educate on us what was going on in his book, The Miseducation of the Negro. He's always tried to educate us. But we won't read the book. We won't read the works of Dr. John Henry Clark, Dr. Ben Yakahanan. We won't even listen to Dr. Claude Anderson, who's pushing 90, who's still, with his very last breath of his body, still trying to wake American Negroes up economically and educationally. We're still. So I just think it's petty as shit that we put all our energy on being mad at Kanye. If you listen to him and take some of his points, hell, we'll be a better community. And also, stop dogging the man out. Invite him on these black platforms and have a real conversation. I want everybody that's black who owns a platform, go and watch the interview. And that's how I want you to conduct your interview with Kanye. Let the man speak. Don't bring him on there so you can get him with the gotcha. So what about this? What about that? So you don't think you right? You know, the stupid shit. Let him interview the man. Ask him one question and let him answer it. You don't need your fucking followers, because we already know the pettiness in black interviewers a lot of times. They always trying to do the gotcha. Nobody cares about that. Just let him speak, and you'll hear you in his answers. But we don't, because we've been told who to like and who not to like. We've been programmed. If they sound like Malcolm, they sound like Dr. King from 1967 to 68, If she sounds like Fannie Lou Hamer, if she acts like Ida B. Wells Burnett, Well, if she sound like Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, yes, hunty, yes, girl, yes, bitch. If he sound like one of these, sound like Ray J, yeah. Sound like one of these weirdo ass R&B singers or one of these old funk ass rappers. Oh, y'all good with that. We've been trained. And the black bourgeoisie, y'all listen to these black Greeks, these I call the niggas with the good jobs. They're the main ones got something to say about Ye. Why don't they want the information to get to regular blacks? You know, he's been on the Breakfast Club. They may invite him back and let him speak. It might be his best out, but these other black platforms, Bounce, TV One, BET, let's have a real interview. And let's let all of black America hear what Kanye has to say. Ask him the real questions. Don't do a bunch of gotcha bullshit. All right? If I left out anything, it's okay. I'll do a part 2 to this, but I think I've said all I was going to say. And also, I proved my point. Y'all get distracted by T-shirts. We get distracted by T-shirts. By some T-shirts. But all the bullshit that these black rappers and all these little so-called athletes and all the professional athletes wearing, y'all don't pay no attention to all the horny goats and, not horny goats, but the goated satanic symbols and all type of Illuminati shit all on their clothes. We can't see none of that. But I digress. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Y'all be cool. And I still have a book that I sell. It's in PDF form called The Greatest Pain Ever Felt. Conversation with an absent biological father who never wanted to be found. It's only $10. Cash App your boy, $ Rico the Opinionist, OPINIONIST, Rico the RICO, as well as PayPal. If not, if you decide to buy the book, the PDF formatted short story, but please send me an email address so I can send it to you immediately. As soon as I receive your payment, I'll send it right to you. Other than that, if you don't want to buy the book, hey, just hit your boy anyway. Look, if you're cool with me, fool with me. Y'all enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Peace.